Hello and welcome to another mod showcase. Today I'm going to be focusing on a new water mod, namely Glassy Waters, a realistic water. This mod comes in two variants, 2K and 4K, but for the purposes of this video I'm going to be using the 2K version. As I'm sure at least some of you know, I have recently swapped from Realistic Water 2. Whilst Realistic Water is brilliant, it also uses a lot of space, so I was looking for an alternative. My first stop was Cathedral Water Overhaul, and I've been using that in my latest load orders. But there's one thing that always really stands out to me: how viscous some waters seem in certain areas. I overlook this because I really like certain other elements, such as the sound quality of the water, the reflections of light across the water, and how it works so well alongside my favourite weather mods. It's also worth noting just how smooth the frames are and how compatible Cathedral Water is with most other mods. Cathedral is also only 9 megabytes, with the new updated version being 9.3 megabytes, but now it seems we may have a new contender: Glassy Waters. This mod was released last week and I've been playing with it since just to test it out. The first thing I noticed was the thick seeming waters were gone and replaced with clearer and more transparent waters, which makes far more sense in this kind of climate, as most of the rivers would be glacial fed, so very clear or pale blue. The work done on these textures is outstanding. You also get to keep the reflections off the water at high quality, which is something I really loved about Cathedral Water, as well as the water edge fixes. Another surprise I came across was that Realistic Waters 2 is actually compatible with both the 2 and 4K variants of this. It doesn't fit my purpose of saving space, but it's definitely worth mentioning. Speaking of saving space, the 2K version is only 4.4 megabytes and the 4K is a surprisingly small 14.8 megabytes. So which one will I be using in the future? I'm about immersion, and I have to say Glassy Waters is helping me keep that. As someone who's spent some time in the frozen mountains of Canada, and yeah I know, sweet self-brag, I can easily state that Glassy Waters is so much closer to realism. It misses out on the sound quality of Cathedral, and it's not built for weathers in the same way, but the reflective style of the water is still very strong in different weathers. It came down to transparency, smoothness of the water, and colour. For me, Glassy Waters won on each of those. That, coupled with the ability to use fan favourite Realistic Waters 2, made it a clearer choice than I expected. However, I have to say, with Cathedral Water's updated version, a lot of the thicker water problems were actually fixed. And I would say if you're using Obsidian or Cathedral weathers, you should probably stick to this new version, as the weathers and the water help to bring out the best of each other. This is going to do it for me today. If this has helped, I do as always appreciate those subscriptions. I am so close to 1k subs now. Likes and comments really help get me out there too. But either way, thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next one.